Hello everyone, this is XL83 and welcome to my Let's Play of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I'm playing the HD release on the PS3. I decided to skip a lot of that opening, as you probably know, if you're watching this, that Metal Gear Solid 3 has some pretty long cutscenes to open up with.
Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov and bring him back to the west.
So I thought I'd start by getting in right on the action, skipping a lot of the unnecessary intro.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
We won't be skipping a whole lot of the cutscenes, but I just wanted to get right into the action from the get-go. Bit of background on this.
Once we confirm the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes.
Get what he wants to say out here.
Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
you'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
So yeah, a bit of background on this. First played this back in 2004 when it first came out on the PS2. Fell in love with it right away. An enormous improvement on Metal Gear Solid 2. It has since etched over all of the competition to become my favourite game of all time. I've completed it a good 10 times or so in the last 9 years since its release. I'm still not that great at it. You know, it's not the hardest game in the world, but it still throws a challenge at me every now and again. Well done, Snake. Good to know that nobody who was watching you got to see that fancy move of yours there. Anybody who wants to skip ahead to gameplay might want to hit the next video in the playlist.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox Unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Okay, so, one thing I never got about that, I get the medical supplies, but, if the virtuous mission is supposed to be only a couple of hours, home in time for dinner, why does Snake ask how am I supposed to feed myself out here? Well, remember, you're supposed to complete this mission super quick. Okay, everyone, so now that we've got past all that opening, I'm going to leave it here, and I'll join you all in the next video. Thanks, and subscribe. Have fun.